Hey guys, Alex here from socialcornergraphics, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how the structure of our free sample looks like and how you can use it. So let's get started. When you download the files, here is how it looks like. You have a readme PDF file as well as the PSD file, which is the main file where the graphics are located. When you double click and open up the readme PDF file, you can check our products here, which is our main shop. And you can take a look at our video tutorials on our YouTube page. So when you open up the PSD file, here is how it looks like inside of the Photoshop. So you have these layers right here on the right, which shows everything that's included inside. So right here on the top are as from left to right, Instagram story, animated Instagram story, which is blank because it's on the first keyframe, and I'm going to explain what that means in just a bit. You have the Instagram post, Facebook post, Pinterest post, Twitter post, and those are the main graphics. Now below you have the Instagram story post exporter. It's blank for animated Instagram story because it's its own post exporter. You have the Instagram post exporter, Facebook post exporter, Pinterest and Twitter post exporters right here respectively. So in order for you to edit any of these, you can click on them. It's this folder which says Instagram stories. You can see right here. Click on this little arrow and you can see all the layers which are included in this design. So if I zoom in a bit closer, you can use the zoom right here, or you can choose Alt and then scroll wheel on your mouse if you have it, or you can pinch to zoom if you're using a laptop. So you have different folders. So you have a folder called top text, which is containing this text at the top, right text, which is this text right here, left text, which is this text right here, image, which is a smart object, and you can know that by this icon. You have the main text, which is the text right here, as well as the BG, which is a shape layer, and you can know that by that icon right there, which is the overall background layer. And if I open Instagram post, for example, you can see that the structure is exactly the same. All of these layers are just scaled down so they will fit the sizes for these websites. Now we took these sizes from the official websites, so Instagram are official sizes from Instagram site, Facebook from the Facebook, and so on and so on. Now to edit, for example, texts, you can zoom in a bit closer. You can type T on your keyboard, or you can click right here. Click, you can do Control A so you can select the entire text, or you can click right here and you can type your hashtag, for example, press enter, and now you change the text. If you want to change the color of the text, click on it, Control A so you can select the entire text, and you can come right here to the top where this color is shown. Click on it. This color dialog will pop up. You can simply select the color that you want. You can click right here to change the color in real time, or if you have a hex code, you can paste it right here. So you'll have a hex code if you have a logo and branding in place already, or if you liked a hex code from the web that you just found, you can paste that hex code right here. But in our case, we're just going to leave it as it is for now. You can see it has a text BG, which is this color right here, and it has exactly the same mark as this BG layer, which indicates it's a smart object. Sorry, it's a shape layer. To change the color of the shape layer, simply double click right here, and you can do the same as for the text. You can choose whichever color you want. So let's, for example, stick with this color. So this dark gray, press OK. And now I want to update it so it shows dark gray with these ones as well. There are two ways so you can do that. You can press I on your keyboard. So you can have this eyedropper tool. You can click on it and it will update right here. You can also double click and then right click and copy the hex code. Press OK. Or you can open all of them because we want to change for the same color for these two as well. Click on this one, hold Control, click on this one, press A on your keyboard, and where it says fill, because it has fill color and not stroke, click and then click on these colors and simply click right here and press OK, and it will update to the top color as well. You can do that for all of them, so for Instagram post and Facebook post and so on and so on, if you want to edit all of them in the same way. Now let's move on and add an image. Let me quickly close these folders. So once again, image is a smart object, so double click on it to open up the smart object. Anything you put inside and save, it will appear back here in the original design. So we can go to the unsplash.com and we can choose whichever image you want. So for example, let's choose, I don't know, maybe this image. Right click, copy image, go back to the Photoshop and our smart object, Control V, so we can paste it inside. Press V on your keyboard for the move tool, or click right here. Click in one of the corners so you can select it, hold Shift, Alt and left click, and then simply drag to increase the size of this image. You can position it however you want by holding Shift and left click so it can snap into place. And then once you are happy with the result, simply hit Control S and it will save back to the original place. So Control S, and as you can see, we have the image now in place. Now I can close this and I can go back and add this image to all of the other sizes if I want to, but what I want to is change the text. Now we use two typefaces in this free sample. One of them is Lato and one of them is Playfair Display. You can click right here, select this font, click on this window and simply download it. Those are free Google fonts which you can use for both personal and commercial projects free of charge. So if you don't like this font, you can deselect it, but if you want everything to work properly, you will have to install these two fonts, so Lato and Playfair Display. You can go to googlefonts.com, so it's fonts.google.com, and you can click right here on this search bar and you can type Lato or Playfair Display. So you can download and install the fonts. So Playfair Display, here it is, and you will have to download it and install it in order for everything to work properly. Now that we have our image, I'm going to press T, click on the text, Control A, and I will type, so for example, out in the wild. There she goes. I don't know, just some random words to fill this. And now we have our completed design. If you want to save this design, you have Instagram story post exporter right here at the bottom. It's once again a smart object. Double click to open it up. You can go back to our original design. So use the move tool, click on it, drag, drop it inside, click Control and click right here where it says Instagram story post exporter in this white part. Use the move tool, click right here so you can position it in the middle so it will snap to its original place. Control D, and from here you can click File, Save As, choose your output format and your desired destination. So you can choose desktop and JPEG or PNG or whichever format you like, and you can also hit Control S and it will fill right here. Now let me quickly show you how you can animate the Instagram story and have exactly the same results. So once again press I, or you can click right here and then right here, so we can choose this color so it can correspond with our animated Instagram story. So it's right here. Once again, it's a smart object. Double click to open it up. You cannot see anything because it's on the first frame. In order for you to see the animation, you will have to click on the window and then timeline. So it will show the timeline and corresponding layers. And if I move this one, which is the scrubber, through, you can see how the animation looks like, or you can hit space and you can see the animation taking place. Now, first thing we want to do is, in order for you to change anything, you will have to go to the end of the animation or near the end. So last thing that happens is right here at 3-second mark. So you can move the scrubber right here to the 4. It's perfectly safe. Double click on the image. We can go back to our image, right click, copy image, Control V to paste it. Once again, Shift, Alt and left click using the move tool, and Shift, left click so you can position it in place. So it can look like roughly like so. Control S, and we can save it back in place. And if I move the scrubber back, press space, you can see we now have the animated image that we can work with. Next thing, open up the folders, click on the first XPG, hold Control on second, on the third, press A, click on the fill, click right here, and then simply click on this color so it will fill with that color like we did in the original design. And now if I move the scrubber, press space, you can see there is no orange color but this gray one. Do the same for the text, so press T, click on the text, Control A, Control C, so we can copy it, go right here, Control A, Control V, so we can paste the text, move the scrubber back, press the space, and as you can see, we now have the finished design, which is ready to be exported. Now, how you can export this? First of all, you can hit Control S, so it will save back to the original place. And if you want to use this free template anytime soon, you can go back to it and edit where you left off and replace the images, replace the text, and so on and so on. And if you want to save it from here as a video, you can go to the file, export, and render a video. Now, this option doesn't work for me in this version of Photoshop. It might work for you. If it does, simply click export, choose desktop, for example, and that's it, you're ready to go. But it doesn't work for me in this particular version of Photoshop. What I need to use is a program called Adobe Media Encoder. It's CC 2019 in my example. It can be older or newer in your example. If you don't have it, you can download it from your Adobe package. If you don't have it, you can download and test a free sample for 7 days to see how it's like, and if you like it, you can purchase it. If not, you can simply download the newer version of Photoshop, and this render video option will probably work because we tested it in new versions. It works, but I wanted to show you how it looks like in the older version because majority of people are not uploading to the newest versions of Photoshop as they come up. So to render as a video and use it on Instagram, you can go to the file, save as, choose your output destination, so choose this one, and from PSB change it to PSD, which is a Photoshop PSD file. Let's call it our story, for example. Press enter so you can save it. This dialog will pop up, press enter once again, and now inside of the folder you can see there is a Photoshop PSD file, which is this animated file. Now open up the Adobe Media Encoder and simply drag this file inside, drop it, and simply click this play button. Right here at the bottom you can see the animation playing out. It will render each frame individually, and when it's ready and finished, right now, you'll have the rendered video right next to your original PSD file. So you can right click, open, I'll choose this program, and you can see it's now a video that we have just created inside of the Photoshop. And you can use this technique over and over and over again. You can use this same template. You can change images, change the colors, using all the same techniques that we explained in this video. And once again, to use animated Instagram story, you have to go to the window and choose timeline, so you can see this timeline at the bottom. If you don't have it, you cannot animate it, and you will have to use these static templates instead. Once again, if you want to replace any of these images and shapes, you can do that. You can change the colors, you can change the fonts, and so on and so on. And you can simply copy all of these techniques that I just showed you for the Instagram story and use them for all of these other sizes as well. So if you are using, for example, Instagram and Pinterest, you can simply do exactly the same like you did right here, and choose the Pinterest and go with it as well. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you will find our free sample helpful. And once again, when you download and open up the PDF file, inside of it you can see the link for our shop and for our YouTube channel. So you can just click here, click allow, and it will take you to our shop where you can browse our products, and you can also check our YouTube channel at the link right here and see how some other animated Instagram stories look like. You can also check some other of our tutorials to learn more about our products and how you can use them. And I hope you have fun using them, and I hope you can create something awesome. Take care.